apa enggak? Oh, oh memang kecil gininya ya. Oh. Yes, sih.
So our last day in Bali, well, we get all day. Tomorrow morning early off to the airport. So it's been good, you know. Traveling with a teenage family and yeah, a few the extended family as well, which had some little kids, so sort of seeing a little bit of things to do with all sorts of age groups. So yeah, it was good, and hopefully I could get something out to you that will help you and your trips to Bali. Now the truth's about Bali, they've had a lot of bad weather, you know, the wet seasons has either taken a break or pretty much finished, and it's been pretty full on. They've been putting a lot of work into the beaches to get debris off, and I think it was pretty bad this year, although it's normal, but you know, so things have settled down for the last 3 weeks or something. I've been here on Kuta, Legian Beach, Seminyak for about 4 or 5 days. I mean, I've come to Bali a million times and I just love it. It's like coming back to a second home, although I usually am in Sanur. But along this beach, you know, you've got to be truthful. Like, I just come back, I don't really care too much about things if there's a bit of rubbish around or whatever, because as I say, I just love Bali. But you know, to be truthful, each morning I've walked on the beach early, which is when I like to walk. You know, there's a lot of people out, there's good energy, the weather's okay to walk. Starts getting hot around probably 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, depending on how you handle the heat. A lot of activity with tractors. You know, I walk for 20-30 minutes, I'll see, you know, 4 or 5 tractors running around, which is good, but still they're there, you know, so it depends which way you look at it. There is rubbish, you know, like it's just part of Bali that especially now it's just gone ballistic since, you know, the 70s or whatever, so 60s. So yeah, you know, if you come here, there is rubbish. So if you're walking down the beach, just to give you an idea, everywhere there's just going to be rubbish right along the shoreline, and wherever the high tide was, which is what they try to clean up straight away, there will just be a line of rubbish. So if you haven't been here to Bali before, and you know, you're thinking it's the beautiful, absolute white beach with no rubbish, it's not, you know, and I want people to come to Bali. I love it. It's got so much more to offer that if it falls down in that department a little bit compared to some places, it does, you know. So, but and the beaches, yes, they're white. Are they the most beautiful white sand I've ever seen? No, they're not. There's other places you can go which it's the beaches are a lot better, but they're good beaches. There's good energy. I still see it as a great place for all ages, but there's no doubt it's still a great place for the young crew. You know, there's bars basically all the way along the beach. There's little bars and so many activities and that, but you can still come over and just chill if you want. So and just good for the eye. You know, some of the buildings that you see here, bamboo buildings, you're always seeing something different. Just there I saw this tiny cutest little dog, and now you got this little big dog I should say. Yeah, so there you go. And but yeah, anyway, you know, people are reasonably honest here, I feel, as long as you watch your back a bit. But you know, we all know that Bali's got a name for, you know, people ripping you off when you're changing money. You got to be a little bit careful, but you know, generally the people are great. And yeah, so as I said, logistically, I might have mentioned in another vlog that the you can change money at money changes. Most of them are honest, but you just make sure you check your money. As soon as you checked it, it stays in your hand. It doesn't go back to them to be put in an envelope or anything. So he'll count it, you grab it. So that sort of thing. ATMs I use a lot. They'll sometimes run out, but there's plenty around, so you can do that. And make sure you get out to these cool little bars. I think there's one of the famous vloggers which is here. I don't know where. I'll call him famous because I think he's famous. Anyway, he's along here somewhere. I think it's Uncle Chan or something. He's a pretty good dude to look at because he lives here, Balinese, and he does updates every day in different areas. So every week you'll probably get at least an update along this area, a lot of these areas, you know, and then he'll head to Sanua and everywhere. So yeah, it's good value. And he's got a bar here somewhere in Legian, so go and have a beer with him as well. Uncle Chan, wherever you are. Where are you, Uncle Chan? There. So anyway, it's been a good holiday. The accommodation's been awesome, and I don't know, I'm just walking the beach now. Pretty much come to the end of Legian. I'm going to be heading on to the Kuta beach in a minute, and I'll see what I can see there. I might just keep walking and then get a taxi back. That's sometimes a good way if you want to just keep cruising along, but you know you got to walk back. Well, you don't. You can get a taxi. So if you're getting a taxi, you it's always been Bluebird taxis here. For the honest ones, they'll put their meter on, make sure they do, or even if they do you a deal, they're usually pretty fair. But you just say, meter, if it's only a small trip, give them a bit more, or you know what I mean. It's so they're sitting there and you just go up the road and it might be like 10,000 on the meter, which is $1 Australian. Make sure you give them a bit more, because you know they are a company that have always done the right thing and not been ripping everyone off, pretty much anyway. I suppose it's happened on occasions, but yeah, generally they just don't. So yeah, make sure you tip them and let them know that you know, good on you for the honesty in that company, man. So yeah, but anyway, you can get these grabs now and jump on the back of a motorbike, but let's remember, it's one of those big trucks, but let's remember that if you jump on the back of a grab, if everything's not in place legally, if you do fall off, you won't be, well, you're probably not going to be covered. So that comes down to you looking at small print in your insurance, making sure you're covered for a motorbike. And if you're riding one, obviously the insurance companies I know of, unless you've got a motorbike license in your homes. Let's talk about Australia. Say I've got a 250 motorbike license at home, so I can get insured, and as long as I'm not drunk or doing something stupid and I'm wearing a helmet, they'll cover me if there's any problem. If I jump on the back of a grab, I'll be covered. And if you haven't, I think you can jump on the back of a grab if you haven't got a motorbike license, as long as that person's licensed. So grabs, Gojeks here, I think. So I don't know which one's the bigger one, but grab or Gojek. So, but you know, just keep in mind to check, you know, put in the extra effort. We've got a star. Taya's actually getting... There's one of the 3-star nomadics. Someone's written on the beach. Oh, we're up to 12. 12 to 1. Okay. Must be a sign. Oh, anyway. There you go. Anyway, we're coming into Kuta Beach here, so this is something I haven't vlogged before. There you go.